So thank you again, everyone, for joining me this evening together with my colleague Lishan. So I'm Reem from the Graduate Study Office at the Nanyang Business School. So let me just quickly go through again my slides. So just a quick slide on about NTUs. So NTU is consistently ranked as one of the top university globally. In the latest QS university, we are ranked 12th in the world. And in the QS Young University, they call it the top 50 under 50. We have been ranked consecutively number 1 since 2014. And in the latest Times Higher Education Young University ranking, we are ranked number 1 in the world among the young university. So for a young university like NTU, we are really, very happy to be ranked as one of the best alongside all the other global universities. So about Nanyang Business School, is one of the Asia leading business school. As a business school within a leading technological university, we are able to leverage on NTU's strength in research, innovation, and technology. And what it means is that we are able to leverage on these and this research and apply that into different business domains. And we are also renowned for being research-oriented and for providing interdisciplinary and industry-relevant education. So the brand name of Nanyang Business School together with NTU is well recognized by companies globally who employs our graduates. So Nanyang Business School is also accredited by both AQUIS as well as the AACSB. So they are the world's most widely recognized quality assurance for accounting and business education. So I think the strength of the Nanyang Business School can be summarized in this paragraph here. So we are the nexus of a world-class innovation, research, and business education. And we equip our students, our graduates, to be able to lead, innovate, and transform wherever they go. So right now, I'll dive straight into the Masters of Marketing Science program. So, the fast pace of digital disruption has also transformed the way marketing functions. Marketing technology are increasingly used to automate and streamline marketing decisions, providing insights, and also give us new ways to reach out to our consumers through the marketing technology. And so our marketing science program is carefully designed to provide a holistic a training with a focus in marketing, consumer insight, and the marketing technology. So our curriculum is designed to have these 3 areas of focus so that you have a comprehensive overview of the entire marketing frameworks and how different parts work together. So if you look at our curriculum design, you realize that we offer a very progressive curriculum. We offer some of the very interesting modules that you don't really find in many programs. So we have modules such as like AR, VR, AI, and robotics, ethnography, neuromarketing, neuroscience. And I think one of the hallmarks of Nanyang Business School education is our programs are very practice-oriented. So we prepare our students, our graduates for the workplace, meaning that students are able to apply, what they have learned in the classroom to the workplace seamlessly. So how they do this is through the different companies projects that our students get to work with, as well as using case study methods as well. So just now I mentioned about our curriculum focus. So these are the areas of focus, the core marketing modules. They cover different aspects of marketing. And then we have the focus in consumer insights, because at the heart of marketing, understanding consumer is at the heart of it all. So which is why we have a focus in this area. And of course, technology is something that we can't do without these days, and which is why we also have a focus in technology, in equipping our students, the latest trend in the marketing technology that are being used in marketing these days. Okay, so this is how the program structure is like. So our program is a 1-year full-time program. So the first trimesters will start in July, and at the end of the following May, you will have completed your entire program. So this 1-year program is broken down into 3 trimesters, and you see the module listed here. These are the modules that you will study in each of the trimesters. So the curriculum is a fixed one for this program. So there isn't any, electives for you to take. So all the modules are laid out for you. And at the end of your coursework, which is end of May the following year, you can choose to graduate, or you can choose to go on an optional internship. So we make it very flexible for our students because, we want our students to be able to tailor the kind of like the duration of the program according to their own needs. So if you wish to take on this optional internship program, you actually lengthen your program by another half a year. So which means that you will be conferred only in January in another year. So this is how our program structure is like. So next, I'll go on to the admission information. The admission information, the minimum admissions requirement is a bachelor's degree. So we do not require you to have a marketing or a business, undergraduate major. If you hear from a student, a lot of them come from different background, and and a GMAT or GRE score is not a compulsory requirement for this program. But if you have taken that and you have a good score, we welcome you to submit the score to us, because that can help to strengthen your application. But if you do not have the score, it is fine as well. So TOEFL and IELTS score is a requirement if your undergraduate program is not fully taught in English language. So we will require this if your degree is not fully taught in English. And of course, for our specialized master's program, work experience is also not required. But you'll see that most of our students actually come with quite a number of marketing-related internship experience as well. So right now, we are already accepting applications for our next year July intake. And we practice what we call a rolling admissions. So our round 1 deadline and our final round of deadline is actually in next year. So the round 1 is 31st of January, and the final deadline for next year July intake is actually 31st March. So I think some of you could be curious, what is the class profile like in our marketing science program. So this is based on the current cohort. So the class size is slightly over 40. So every year we are looking to admit 40 to 50 students only. And these are the kind of students where they come from. I would have to say most of our students come from the Asia region. So across Asia Pacific, we have students from Indonesia, Singapore, China, Philippines. We also have students from Europe as well as in Latin America, in Peru, from Netherlands, Spain, and Poland. The female representation in the class is slightly over 70%. The average age is about 23. 23 is because most of our students do not come with work experience. They're mostly fresh graduates. So you can see over here, fresh graduate is about 76% of the class, whereas students with some years of work experience is about at a quarter of the class, about 24%. So this is a snapshot for you. So this is how our admissions process is like. Like I mentioned, it's a rolling, which means that we are already accepting students, and students have already been enrolled in the program as well, but the program proper will start next year. So the first step to our admissions is submitting an online application. So what you need to do after you complete your online form, you need to upload all your supporting documents to your online application. So what happens after that is that the admissions team will review your application when all your supporting documents are uploaded. So if they find your profile very suitable for the program, you will be invited for admission interview. And that's only for shortlisted candidates only. So after that, after the admission interview, you will know if you're offered admission to the program. And of course, after we give you the admission offer, you can accept the offer online. So this is the website where you can, start your online application, or you can also scan this QR code over here. Okay, so some of you may be asking, what are some of the supporting documents that is needed? So these are the supporting documents that are needed. A CV or a resume, a degree scroll. So I know some of you have not yet graduated from your undergraduate program. So it's okay if you have not graduated, you can omit the degree scroll. We do need all the transcript that you have at the point of applications. Like I mentioned, GMAT score is not compulsory. TOEFL, IELTS only if your degree is not fully taught in English. A copy of the passport is the page where we have your personal details, and a passport size photo is your colored headshot photo of yourself. Recommendations reports, we need 2 of them, so you just need to key in the recommenders details on your online application, and an email can be sent to them. And any other certificates if you have, because some of you may have taken like Google analytics course, or you have taken some Coursera course. If you have a certificate, you are welcome to upload them. So we only recommend that you upload certificates that's related to the program that you are applying to. So if you have attended some culinary, cooking course, you have a cert, but you don't have to upload that as well. Yeah, unless it's related to something that you have done in your internship or something like that. Okay. So I think a lot of people are asking about, what are some of the scholarships and grants that we offer. So we are very pleased to share that we do offer ASEAN Development Scholarship. So it's for, citizens of the ASEAN member states. So this is excluding Singapore citizens. So for ASEAN national applicants from ASEAN country, you are welcome to submit your applications by the round 1 deadline. And if you are being awarded this ASEAN Development Scholarship, it will be a 40%, we will cover 40% of the tuition fee. For our merit-based scholarship, it's open to all nationality, including Singapore citizens. So this merit-based scholarship will be a partial scholarship that's open to everybody. So for those of you who are NTU alumni, or you are a Singapore citizen, or even an SPR, if you actually meet any of these, you're alumni or citizen or SPR, you are able to get a grant. So each grant is a 10% of the tuition fee. So if you meet both criteria, like your alumni as well as a Singapore citizen, you actually get 20% of their tuition fee. So this is our scholarships and grants over here. So, and I would like to highlight that, scholarship decisions are made independent from your admission decision. So, so if you are interested to apply for scholarship, please complete the scholarship section in your online application and submit it together with your application. So some people, when after you have admitted a program and then you wanted to apply to the scholarship, so it doesn't work that way. You have to apply everything together at one go. Okay. Okay, so at the Nanyang Business School, we also have a very strong careers development office that really work hand in hand with each of our master students. So they have a dedicated employer engagement specialist, who knows the industry that you're interested in, and they are the one who will give you one-on-one career counseling and coaching with you. And of course, throughout your entire journey with us, they organize a whole suite of different career workshops, from professional etiquette to how to network, to resume writing, interview, coaching sessions, etc. So they really work with each and every of our students to help them to put their best foot forward and land their dream career. Okay, so I have come to the end of the program information session. So right now, what I'll do is we'll do the student sharing session. So, okay, so can I ask our students to just turn on their camera so that, we will go on to introduce each one of you. Okay, that's great. So first, I would like to invite Reem to say hi to our audience this evening. Hi, Reem.
Hello.
Yes.
So I'll just introduce myself.
Yeah, sure.
My name is Reem. I'm from Morocco, and I did my bachelor's degree in London at King's College, and that's where I studied neuroscience. and now I'm doing my master's in marketing science at NTU.
Okay, thank you, Reem. So next one, we have Lingbo. Lingbo, over to you for your introduction.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Lingbo and I'm from Chengdu, China. It's really great to see you. And now I'm a master student in Nanyang Technological Universities in Marketing Science, and I majored in Public Management for my bachelor degree in Shanghai Jiao Tong Universities. And during my undergraduate graduate studies, I mainly focused on some field like sociologies. And I do not have any maybe full-time job experience before, but I have some internships related to the field of market research and consulting. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lingbo. And then finally, today we are very pleased to have Anissa to join us as well. Over to you, Anissa.
Hello, my name is Anissa. So my undergraduate was actually in industrial engineering at Bandung. I'm from Indonesia. And then previously I had like about 3 years of experience in Lazada and Zalora. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. So what I'll do is I'll stop sharing the screen so that you can all see our student in one frame here. Is easier for this the panel interactive sessions that we are going to have. So okay, so now that you guys have a better have a better idea of who our students are, so let me ask them the questions that everybody wants to know. So maybe I'll start with Anissa, since you are the one to answer the last one to answer. So Anissa, could you share why you choose to study Masters of Science in Marketing Science in NTU, as well as why do you choose to choose Singapore?
So basically, firstly, I was choosing Singapore because it is closer to my home country, but I was also looking forward to be in the hub of Asia. So I was looking forward to like more opportunities and especially because a lot of businesses already have regional offices in Indonesia, in Singapore. So I was looking forward to actually be in Singapore. And why I chose NTU was I thought the modules of the program was interesting. What I was looking for was more of a broader knowledge, broader marketing knowledge, because previously I was only learning marketing by doing. So I thought the NTU program with like strategic marketing module and also like things like marketing analytics and marketing research will actually give me another perspective of marketing that is different than my work experience. So that's why I chose NTU in Singapore.
Okay, thank you so much. So thank you, Anissa. You're attracted by, of course, the proximity to your home country. Unfortunately, you can't really travel that easily right now. But of course, also the curriculum design is something that really attracted you as well. Thank you, Anissa. So how about next? We will ask Reem. So Reem, you are from Morocco. You are from Morocco, quite far away from Singapore. So why do you choose our program? And how do you feel about studying in Singapore so far?
Yeah, so for me it was a little bit further, but I was very excited to discover a new continent. I had never been to Asia before. And I think Singapore is kind of the best place to do so because, well, normally you can travel, but hopefully soon again. And it's very international, super multicultural, and there's like so much culture to learn. Yeah, different experiences to go through and everything. And then of course, same as Anissa, what attracted me most was the program. Obviously the university is really well ranked and has a great reputation. But this program is very special because since I'm from a neuroscience background and I wanted to start getting into some marketing, this was the perfect in-between. And it's actually the only program I found. And that's how I got here.
Okay, thank you so much, Reem. Yeah, so Reem came from a very interesting background. She studied neuroscience and was really attracted by the neuromarketing module. So here she is today with us. Okay, finally, Lingbo, could you share with us why you choose to study here with us?
Sure. I think maybe several reasons. On the one hand, is is I regard consumer research and consulting as my career path. And I do think that maybe systematically marketing experience should be a huge plus for it, especially for some fields like consumer insight, operational consulting, and digital conversions, etc. And for the other reasons is that I think marketing is relatively more suitable for a non-business student. You know that my background is sociologist. Yeah, it's more easy for me to apply, I think, especially compared to some other business school majors like finance and accounting. And what's more, in my view, is that I think marketing is highly related to sociologists and even to marketing, to psychologists, and even maybe I think literature. So the methodologies of such subjects, I think it's quite similar. And maybe take sociology as an example, is that I have learned a lot about the traditional statistics and focus group and sentiment analysis, etc. And such methods is used in marketing field in a really high frequency. And some other reasons is that I think that Singapore is really is relatively safer compared to other places, and the life in Singapore is diversified, and I think I've already get used to living in Singapore. Yeah. Well, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lingbo. That's really enlightening. So you mentioned that you're studying a lot of sociology, and it's quite different. There's some related parts to marketing, but it's also different as well. So I mean, you also mentioned that you have quite a number of internships. Do you think that your internship has helped you to, in terms of better understanding some of the marketing modules that you're doing here in NTU?
Yes, I totally agree with that. I have some, before I came to Singapore, I have some related internship experience in the consumer research and consulting, including some company like ByteDance, like Unilever, Ipsos, Mercy Consulting, Vertical Service, etc. And I think such internships help me a lot to engage in marketing, and also maybe in both hard skill and in soft powers. I think I've already maybe quite proficient in some basic consulting skills, which is really helpful in the studies, like some desk research, Excel calculations, which is frequently used in the daily life of the marketing study. And I think it helps us. I think some of the professional skills like the questionnaire, interview, and sentiment analysis, which is used in my internship, help me to understand the class better and help me to perform better in homework. And also maybe I think some experience in the internship is also really important. I think I'm quite familiar to the methodologies of market research, and I also gained some experience in consumption, software service, e-commerce platform. And such experience, I think, helped me to make some contributions in the group work. And what's most important things is that I believe the program, the MS programs, can further help me to verify or improve my previous viewpoints. And it's closely combined with the latest tendency in the industry. It's highly related to the internship experience about myself, like digital marketing, e-commerce platform, etc. So I think that is really interesting and challenging. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for your very detailed sharing about how internship may help you in your current program. Is very nice to hear. So maybe I'll ask Anissa, because out of the few of you, you're the only one with kind of like a substantial work experience before joining the program. So how do you feel, coming from working full time to being a full-time student again? So how does it feel? Is it tough to adapt to being in a university again?
So far, I feel like the adaptation has been actually pretty fun. I feel like because if I know work in work environment, you meet with like people with kind of like similar mindset because you work in a similar industry. Meanwhile, when you become a full-time student, especially with how the program is designed, where you have to work with like a lot of people with different backgrounds, it allows me to like kind of meet people with different backgrounds and also try to work with them. So I think the transition has been fun. It has been, and like everyone has been helpful in kind of like helping me to transition better into like a full-time student life.
Okay, that's great to know. So for Anissa, I would like to ask you, so you know, your undergrad major is quite different. It's not even related to business, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So how do you do you think your work experience have helped you to, you know, better appreciate some of the modules that you have studied, or actually help to, you know, crystallize some of the things that, oh, actually, you know, previously you have just been doing it, but you don't understand the why behind it. But now having gone through the program for 1.5 trimester, I would say, you kind of like appreciate better.
Yes, definitely. I think you put it really well, Reem, in the fact that because I have no business experience in my undergraduate, I was more engineering, and I was only learning marketing by doing the work itself. I feel like I've only been doing like kind of just doing that stuff without really understanding why we're doing it, the strategic part one of why we're doing it. And that's why this program was very interesting to me at the first place. And I think so far, the program and the professors have been really clear in like explaining why like such basic topics like marketing funnels, 4Ps, things like that, which are very helpful to me.
Okay, that's great to know. So I think because in my course of work, especially Shan, I think she agree with me that we always speak with a lot of candidates, and some of them don't come with the marketing or even a business related background, and they are wondering how if they're able to cope with, you know, doing a, you know, very marketing kind of like very creative kind of more subjects. So I think your answer will really help to, you know, bring some relief to applicants who are not from business background but attempting to apply to the program. That is okay, that you can actually cope, that it's not that tough. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. How about Reem? So for you, I mean, you come from like a neuroscience. I guess it's like a science program, right? And then to do a marketing program. How do you feel about it? And I mean, is there a steep learning curve for you? Especially, you know, you mentioned it's your first time in an Asian country as well.
Yeah, so it's true that like in the beginning I was a little scared to be like one of the only ones without a business background, and I didn't know how I was gonna cope. But it turns out like all of the other students also come from diverse backgrounds, or like even if it's business related, sometimes it's like advertising, and so they didn't have experience in like finance, for example. So I didn't feel like too left behind. And then the teachers, they also allow for many questions, and like they appreciate the fact that we're all from different backgrounds. They give us some recommended readings, some things like textbooks. And yeah, overall, like they really help us out throughout. And they're very like available for us. We can schedule like Zoom meetings or meet them after class, ask any questions we want. So overall, it's good. It was going good. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I think one thing about a master's program is that I think everyone appreciate that, you know, the student come from slightly different background, because that's where you're able to learn from your classmates. So you don't just learn from the professor as well, but you learn from your classmates who may come from different culture, different background, and they see things in a different lens. So I think that gives the appreciation of the diversity in the program. So everybody can be different. It's okay. We are not like a cookie cutter factory that you need to be of certain background before you can be in the program. We celebrate and we appreciate the diversity that each of the students bring into the classroom discussion. Yeah. So for Reem, maybe could you share with us, you know, what is some of the most interesting or enlightening modules that you have taken so far?
Yeah, so obviously for me it was neuromarketing, because it's what I came here to do. I think the teacher is great. She makes the classes very interactive, and we have really good like readings to go through. The classes are very interesting. She teaches us about like all the new technology. We've had demos in class with like actual speakers who come in and who give like their inputs and everything. Also, consumer psychology is one that I really enjoy. And this is what I was saying, because these are courses that you wouldn't expect to find in like a marketing master's. So this was really interesting to have this other side of marketing that's more consumer centric. So that's going really great. It's super interesting. The teachers, they teach really well and they make you want to participate and everything. And then I'm also excited for some of the courses that are to come, like the AR, VR courses and everything digital. That was super fun. We also had a digital marketing class that was very interesting. It was intense and very interesting because it was very hands-on and we got to learn so many things that like we know about, but we don't know how they work or how to use them and everything. So honestly, it was really like enlightening.
Okay, that's great to know. So maybe I just want to ask, how about Lingbo? I understand the students actually have the opportunity to work on some company projects. Would you able to share like one company projects that you have done or currently doing? Yeah. Oh, you need to unmute. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I think that should be the class of the maybe strategic marketing, which is taught by Prof. Lewis. And in that project, Lewis invited the management team of Shiseido APAC to introduce the situation and strategies of Shiseido to us. And Shiseido has launched an extremely high-end product, but the market share or the maybe sub-brand awareness in the South Asia are still in a pretty low levels. So we need to try to solve the problems. We spent lots of time working on it individually and try our best to analyze it and finally give some recommendations. And finally, some of the best reports are selected by Lewis to get a chance to present to the management team of Shiseido in APAC. And I think that is really maybe a typical and wonderful strategy marketing project.
Yeah, I mean, I heard so much about this strategic marketing modules, not just from your cohort, but from the previous cohort as well, that how much fun they have in the module. They're able to really kind of like use what they have learned in the classroom as well as their own internship experience or work experience into this project. So it's really very kind of really applied learning. Yeah, so I think that's really good to know that our courses are not just about studying the classes and understanding theories and all that, but there are ways for you to apply, which makes it even more relevant because we're preparing you for the workplace. So speaking of workplace, so Anissa, do you have a chance to experience any of our GSCDO's workshops or services? Yeah, would you be able to share something about them?
Yeah, so basically, we actually just recently had like a branding workshop where we were taught how to try to kind of like stand out and how to network, how to introduce ourselves, which are very basic, but then we actually don't really know like the true the right way to do it, quote unquote. So the JSCDO has been like very helpful for us to kind of like bring me back to the basics, like coming from someone with a work experience. And also like I've reached out with some of the JSCDO career consultants and they've been very helpful and very constructive in giving criticism on like my resume and how I can actually tailor my stories in order for me to actually be able to attract interviewers or attract recruiters. So the JSCDO team has been very helpful to me, even like from someone coming from like a work experience. Like it's nice to be able to have that access to for advice, for kind of like someone who can discuss with me on like how to better position myself in front of a recruiter.
I think that's really nice. I mean, everybody needs kind of like a feedback, and it's nice to have somebody who is there to support you in this career journey. Yeah, so that's really nice. How about for Lingbo, you're a fresh graduate. How do you feel about the GSCDO support? Because your background's a little different from Anissa.
Yes, I think the program is pretty good. It will have some help for your career plan, and maybe hand by hand is really detailed. And we may have some regular trainings, like some workshop that Lisa has mentioned, and some teachers in the program will help us to improve our resumes and to make it more professionals. And it will also provide some internship or full-time opportunities for students. If you think you are a perfect match for the positions, you can just apply for it. And I think it's quite helpful. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So I think we have 20 minutes left in the session. So what I would like to do is I would like to have, to answer some questions from our audience. So I think they have here a lot of sharing from all the students, and now they have some questions of their own. So I think Li Shan will be able to lead us in this next segment.
Okay, thank you, Regine. Okay, so Anissa and Lingbo actually shared about the aspects of GSCDO. So there's actually a question from Joyce Chua. So I understand that you've mentioned about GSCDO, but are you maybe I can appoint Anissa, are you able to guide maybe Joyce further and the rest of the guests today? Like in terms of GSCDO's help, are you able to explain in more detail, like how do they help you to find internships?
So actually the campus itself, GSCDO itself has like a platform that, and GSCDO will regularly upload internship opportunities or like postgraduate opportunities. So there is that platform, and they will also, and to be able to access that platform and apply to the jobs there, you're gonna have to have your resume reviewed by the someone from GSCDO. So then we do have to kind of look for the internship, but then that experience is being like the GSCDO helps in terms of like they provide us also with the opportunities within that platform.
Okay, thank you, Anissa. So for the next question, we have okay, from Ethan. Okay, Ethan would like to know whether they are required to have any programming language skills for the marketing science program. Okay, currently no. Our the MSc Marketing Science program do not need you to have any programming skills. But if let's say you would like to embark on any programming languages of your own, feel free to do so. Okay.
So have you guys done the marketing analytics program yet? Reem, you guys not yet, right? Yeah,
Not
but
yet.
it's okay. But it's not. Yeah, just to let you guys know, it's not required. Yeah, to have a marketing background. I mean, programming background, but it will be slightly more technical than some of the other courses. But programming is not a requirement. Okay.
Okay, so we have actually a question by one of the guests. Okay, so they asked, please give us some tips on how to write a personal statement. Could you tell us more about university extracurriculars? What kind of online courses will help strengthen the application? And how's the atmosphere and learning environment at NTU? Okay, for personal statement, okay, for this part, okay, for personal statement, actually, for if you, let's say you go to the application portal, you will actually see two kind of essays that you will write. I know that there are some universities or some other external centers, they will guide you to write a personal statement. But this is a separate statement of its own. Most importantly is for you to answer the essay 1 and 2. Okay. Yep. So could you tell us more about the university extracurriculars? So maybe Reem, would you like to tell us, is there any extracurricular that you've done so far or joined so far?
So personally, I haven't done that yet because I've been kind of busy with discovering Singapore and all the work and trying to make friends. But I know that there's a big community and many extracurriculars. There's also like a really big sports complex, and some of my friends go swimming and there's like they go for sports and all that stuff. Many people come jogging on campus as well. But personally, I haven't been directly involved yet.
How about Lingbo? Have you joined any extracurricular so far?
I think I haven't do so because I'm quite busy a few weeks ago for the autumn recruiting, and nowadays I'm trying to internship in some different companies. So I haven't get enough time to get the program. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so actually based on what Reem and Lingbo have just mentioned, so the program is quite packed. It is 1 year, so that's why the students, as you can see, they are really busy with studying at the moment. But there, of course, there are some extracurricular activities. If you like, you can actually go to the school website and check. It will usually be done together with the undergraduates, so you can check more from the school website itself. So what kind of online courses will help to strengthen the application? So it really depends. Maybe Anissa, maybe you can share. Have you done any online courses to strengthen your application?
I think for me personally, I actually enrolled in an online course after I got accepted into NTU. So like it really depends. Like I think when it comes to online courses, you can kind of look at like which part of marketing you are interested in, and you can actually take that. So then you can basically kill two birds with one stone. So like you're trying to strengthen your portfolio while at the same time strengthening like your marketing skills. So it really depends on you, I think.
So like what platforms, Anissa, did you go for these online courses?
Oh, actually, I tried Coursera. Oh, but also I had Google has a free Google Ads certification, and also Facebook also has a free like Facebook certification. So those are the things I know for sure that Google has a free certification. So like that, if that's what you're interested in, especially if you're interested in digital marketing, then that's something that you can kind of like try, which will actually enrich your knowledge and make you be more prepared. Also, can be more prepared also for like the digital marketing course that the program has, for example.
Okay, that's great to know, Anissa. Thank you. Okay, so for the next question, I think from Joyce, I think it would be best to ask Regine. So Regine, so the question is quite subjective, but are you aware of the approximate percentage of merit scholarships that is usually granted per batch?
So I think you're asking about how much, what is the scholarship quantum for different applicants, right? So so for this merit-based scholarship, it is a partial scholarship that we award based on merit. So depending, so the quantum of the scholarship will be decided by the scholarship committee after you're admitted to the program. It can range from 10 to 30% of the tuition fee. Yeah. So on top of that, if you are also, like, say, a Singapore citizen, so you're also entitled to a 10% grant. That means that, for example, you are granted 30% scholarship and you are also getting the Singapore citizen grant, you can actually get 40% of your tuition fee. So I hope this explains how our scholarship and grants work. Yeah.
So for the next question is by Mina, asking us to elaborate more on the job opportunities available for fresh graduates after the MSc marketing program in Singapore. So currently, okay, just to let you know first, if you, it depends on where you're from. If you're an international student, you only have 16 hours based on your student visa to work in Singapore. So some of the students, depends on their schedule, some are able to get full-time internships, some are only part-time, or some are really busy studying and they do not get the chance to have internships. So if you're talking about fresh graduates, full-time job available, I would like to say that, of course, opportunities are present for everyone. It is also dependent on your kind of job search and yeah, maybe Reem, have you started doing any job hunt yet?
No, I haven't yet. But I've been like, GS Studio has been contacting me, and tomorrow I do have a meeting with someone to discuss like where I'm going with everything. And that's the good thing, is that they always like check up on you and check on your progress. Personally, I'm thinking of taking some time until I find something that I really like. But I know most of my classmates already have secured the job. But yeah, now I'm waiting to see. Tomorrow I'm meeting with someone from GSCPO, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay, good luck, Reem.
So I think I would like to highlight, add on to Lishan's question. So if you're talking about internship, right, it's only during the school term that you're restricted to 16 hours per week that you can work. But if you're talking about the optional internship module at the end of the program that you can actually do for, that is, there's no restriction on the numbers of hours that you can work. You can actually work full time. So there's the distinction. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Regine. Okay, so there's a question from Hester Howell. They would actually like to ask a Lingbo question. So for Lingbo, aside from the difference of major, what do you think is the biggest difference between studying in NTU and your undergraduate school? For example, maybe NTU has more group discussion and project, etc.
Well, I think it's a good question. There may be some difference. Yeah, actually, there do have some difference. Maybe I think learning in NTU, there will be more interaction in class. For example, the teachers will encourage the classmates to answer the questions and maybe have some group discussions or even some presentations in class. Yes, and that is quite frequent. And another difference is that I think maybe the MMS program is highly related to the real business world. It's down to us, yeah. As for my bachelor degrees, the sociology is some research about the policies and about the political attitudes towards maybe the peoples. So it's more academic, I think. So as about the marketing program in NTU, I think, for example, like the strategy marketing class, we have some management team from Shiseido's to cooperate it with, and also maybe for some other teams, the proof will invited some professionals from different industrials like Google, like ByteDance, to sharing some experience or their knowledge about specific industrial, and that I think that is really interesting, and I think that is the two main difference. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lingbo. I hope that Hester, your question has been answered. Okay, so for the next question, it's from Wen Yu. But I think Wen Yu, I think you will need to make yourself clearer on who you like to for this question to be answered by.
I have asked her. So she mentioned that it can be open to any of the students.
Open to any of the students. So
yes.
Okay, so anyone. So let me ask the question first. They would like to ask about what's your career plan after graduation? For example, like what kind of industry would you like to venture into, or which country you would like to work at?
Would like to go first.
I think actually my career plans or my career path is for the field in market research and consulting. And actually I have finished my autumn recruiting and I'm getting some offers in some strategy positions. Though it's not directly related to marketing, but I do think that it will be a trigger if you have a mixed background. And marketing is really important in the real world, that's related to digital marketing and related to the digital conversions, and even for consulting and strategy positions in the detailed field of the operational consulting, which is also related to marketing. For example, if you analysis about the cost structure of the companies, you need to know its marketing plan and to estimate whether its marketing budget is reasonable or not. Yeah. So I think it doesn't mean that you know marketing, you need to have a job in marketing, but it will help and it will be a trigger for your future career plan, I think.
Okay, then that's very good, Lingbo. How about Reem? How about you? What's your career plan after graduation, and which country you'd like to work at?
For me, I'm hoping to be in the neuromarketing industry. So still in marketing, but a bit more on the scientific side of it. And then in terms of the countries, for now, the world is still open. I still haven't restricted to any continent or anything. So as soon as I find a job that I'm passionate about, that's where I'm going to be heading.
Well, the world is your oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's good to, for our students to be open about where they want to work, because it may not be in Singapore, it may be in your home country, or it could be in the region, because the region, the Asia economic is developing rapidly, and what they need is a pool of professionals, highly qualified workforce to help them to grow their economy. So the work opportunity could be in these countries as well. And I think that is one thing that I would like to highlight is that in our careers office, we actually have colleagues who are actually dedicated to look for jobs opportunity in the mainland China. So for students who would like to actually have to grow their career in China, you can actually work with our careers office colleague in that area as well. Yeah.
Okay, so there's another question. This is from Xin Yi. It says, "Hi Regine, can I ask a question about the application? If I could not receive the interview invitation before January 31st, does it mean that I have been rejected?" Actually, I can also answer that. So the admissions team actually receives bountiful applications. So do not fear, do not worry if let's say if you do not hear from the team by the January 31st. So if let's say because it's a rolling admissions, so if let's say there's too much students in the beginning, some of the applications might actually roll to round 2. So you do not have to worry, and we hope that you'll keep your hopes high. Anything to add, Regine?
Yeah, I think that's very good, because it is rolling admissions, and like Lishan has shared, we do receive quite a number of applications, and there's always a limited interview slot per week as well. So we are unable to, invite everybody that we like for interviews. So unless you get the rejected, the unsuccessful email from us, you can still be shortlisted for admission interview. Yeah, that's what I would like to say. So actually, I think the time is quite, we are near to the end of the session. Maybe I just take on one last questions. So this is from Jack. How is this program, different from an MBA program? So an MBA program is, it gives an overview on different aspects of business, from, finance to accounting, to marketing, to HR, and all that. But a specialized master's program in marketing, you look at the modules are all related to marketing. So that's one difference. The discipline area is very focused, whereas in MBA is quite wide. And our MBA program, although we do have a different tracks for students to specialize in, they also learn a lot of other things in business related as well. So another thing that's different is that in an MBA program, a 2-year work experience is required as part of admissions requirement, whereas for the marketing science program, no work experience is required. So the kind of students enrolled in the program can be quite different. Yeah, so before we end off today's session, actually, I would just like to ask our student 2 more questions, maybe. So maybe we'll start with Anissa. Can you tell, describe the experience of the program in one word or a short sentence, and one tip for our applicants who are looking to apply to this program?
I would say maybe the short sentence that I would use to describe that program would be short and challenging, because it is a 1-year program, right? So then time flies really fast. Like, it is structured in a trimester, and the trimester program. So then, I mean, we already in halfway through our second trimester, so it's like time flies by really fast, and like it can be pretty intense sometimes, but it is fun. Like you get to see a lot of different people. So I would say that. I think second question was the tip for admission.
For those who are interested to apply to a program, what is one tip you have for them?
I think that would be to just show the best version of yourself. I'm sure a lot of you guys have a lot of like different stories and different experiences. And I think the most important part is to show the best version of yourself throughout the essays, throughout the interviews and things like that.
Yeah, I think that's very well said, Anissa. So there is no, one ideal standard of essay question that we are looking at, because we want to know the authentic you. So everybody, like Anissa shared, has their own story. So you don't need to try to be somebody else. You just need to be yourself, when you put in your application or when you are there at the admissions interview. Yeah, thank you so much. Now I'll ask Lingbo, what is one word or one sentence to describe the program so far and your advice for the incoming students?
Okay, and I think actually this question I've mentioned part of it before. I think the word should be interactive and maybe combined with the real business word or down to earth, and lots of training. I think there may be some keywords for the program. As for some advice, I think I may give some advice for the students whose major is not marketing. I think this program is open to someone who does not major in marketing, of course. And I do believe that you should make sure that you understand in marketing and you are interested in it, and once you have make your decisions, you can just try to give some strong reasons on why you are perfect match for the program. Maybe you can divide it into the strengths and the willingness. Maybe the strengths you should show your combine maybe the requirement of the program to your previous experience in academic and in internship to show your strengths, and it will also be a good idea to maybe explain your career goal or career plan to show your willingness, and I think that will be work. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lingbo. I think that's really well said as well. Yeah, we really, want to admit students who are passionate and interested about marketing. And I think these things can be demonstrated through the application materials that you submit in. And finally, but not last, Reem, over to you. What is your advice and what is one word or sentence?
So advice, honestly, I would say like just go for it. It may sound like challenging or like scary at first, but I think like everything here makes it so that you feel comfortable, whether it's like the classmates or the teachers and the whole environment in general. So I would just say like go for it without like questioning too much or doubting yourself too much. And then to describe, I think I would say challenging and exciting. Because challenging, of course, like it's an intense master's, and like challenging as well because for me, I'm so far from my home, from my family, from everyone, and in a completely different culture that I never knew. But then exciting because then you discover things every day and you learn every day, and everything is super interesting.
Thank you so much. I think it is indeed. I think that the unknown is something that makes it a little bit scary, but it's also what makes it exciting. Yeah. So I think the path to discovery is filled with excitement and a little bit of fear that will help us to move forward. So don't be worried if you feel that. I think from all our students have shared, I think I see a common theme. The program is fast-paced. It's only 1 year. It's kind of intense, but it's also for excitement, things for you to discover, and lots of things to learn, but also not to be overly worried about it. Yeah, so to all of you who are still thinking about whether to put in the applications, like Reem said, just go for it. Yeah, and like Anissa said, show your best side, put your best foot forward. And Lingbo said, you must have passion and interested in marketing. So I think they have all summed up really, really well. And I think thank you everybody for joining us this evening. We really hope that this sharing session is helpful to you. And feel free to continue to engage with us. Lishan and I would be happy to keep in touch with you. So what I'll share is actually my contact details. So this time I remember to share now. You can keep in touch with me through the following ways. You can write to us through our email, or you can add me on WeChat as well. I'll be happy to connect with you. And thank you so much for our students for joining us tonight, for taking time off your busy schedule to share these your insights to all these applicants to be or incoming students. We really appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay. Okay.